What is up, YouTube? I hope you guys are having a good day. I wanted to finally get this off my chest because it's been hitting me for the longest, and it finally hit me like a boulder to the back of the head. And let's just say I drowned in the process and I came to my senses, and I realized that having a monotone voice is literally like a curse, but not necessarily, because it's one of those things where you have to break the habits of wanting to improve, and it's for a higher purpose that I am still trying to find and build in the same process. In the meanwhile, I'll just stop and make this video because I know there are many people out there just like me who are in the same situation but don't know how to get out. In a way, it's kind of like stuck in a black hole, and you either gonna accept it, which most people do because it's very hard to get out of those habits, or you don't know how to get out of those habits, or you're tired of it and you're tired of all the bullshit that comes behind it. So you're trying to stand up, but in the process you just keep getting kicked and beat down on the way, which most people would say it's gonna turn you into a monster. And I can 100% say, from the day of this video and the day I upload this video, I will become a whole different person and a whole different monster that I won't even recognize from my past and my present. My future will be very, very different from what I've seen and what I will witness in my lifetime. But let's get right to it. Having a monotone voice really sucks ass. It's kind of like, in this day and world, from the research I've gathered and what the research I've gathered from personal experience, people treat you like shit. They don't trust you. They reject you automatically. It's almost as if like you're like a black sheep to society. They don't care your struggles. They don't care for what you've been to. They don't even care if you have a good character or a good heart. See, the thing that I struggled the most was that I always thought that if you just had a good heart and you had a good character behind who you were, people would accept you. And I know what you're thinking. Why does it matter what people care about you? Well, it matters a lot. See, back in the day, we used to live in tribes and villages, small social groups. See, if I lived in a small social group, like in the village, and it was like a tribe, I wouldn't care. I'd just be to myself, and I wouldn't pay no attention to any villagers or anybody in the village or anybody in the tribe, because I would just do my part and just go on with my day. But now, since we live in a society where it has grown to millions, thousands, and cities, it's got to the point where if you don't know how to survive, this shit will eat you alive, to the point where you're gonna lose your mind and you don't even want to be a part of society anymore. And you know how that goes. I used to look down on people who were suicidal, this and that, but it's deeper than that. It's more than just listening to a person. It's more than just offering solutions. It's more than just beating them down with motivation, telling them it's not a big deal, this and that. Because most of the time, most people's problems are really big problems to themselves. And something I heard the other day, we are our biggest critics, without a doubt. Because I believe I can be the most handsome person on earth, but if my communications are ass, zero, level 0, and I have none to exist with, I'm gonna get fucked up. And it's just how humans are. And in this process, I can 100% tell you, having a monotone voice is not worth it. If I could go back in time and tell my old self that, your future is going to get fucked up if you don't start now. I would do it, and I'll probably beat his ass in the process too, just so that way I can, prove my point, but in a loving manner, not in a, frightening, hostile manner. But without a doubt, you're not going to trust me from this video. And I bet you most people haven't even got through this video this far due to just me just talking. So, I'll just get right to it. This shit sucks. I need to get better. And yeah, and I'm doing it day by day, and I'm trying to change my habits as much as possible. And from let's just throw it out there. My male experience: women treat you like shit. They treat you like you're like a plague, just like how people are. The way how people treat you is usually the way how women treat you. Just to be honest with you, or whoever you are watching this video. So it's a curse, but at the same time, like I said before, you can fix it, but it's just gonna take time. It's one of them things where you would have to rewire your brain, learn different things, and get into your uncomfortable zone. Like, for example, I joined sales last week, and I had a mental breakdown due to the fact that I felt so overwhelmed by the amount of emotional investment I did into talking to different types of people, talking in the big crowds, dealing with all sorts of information, dealing with rejections, and just talking to so many people, more than I've ever have in my lifetime. In that day, I witnessed about, I think, 60 rejections doing door-to-door salesman. I did 60. I talked to 60 people. I was only able to get one transition. I was only able to get one person interested in me and what I was selling, due to the fact that it was really easy because that person was very smart and they knew what I was selling. They were looking into the market of what I was selling. See, that's easy. That's like someone trying to look for me as an Asian person. That's like a girl looking for an Asian guy to date because she's so infatuated with Asian culture. So it's going to be very easy for me to have a relationship with her or have a conversation or get something started with her. Now, see, that's easy. Sales is really how you can convince somebody and sell yourself to somebody, and in the same process, they believe you, they trust you. Not in a like condescending, snake way salesman type stuff. Like, when you're in business, when you're in sales / business, you have to be moral what you do. You have to have morals, without a doubt. You got to have a purpose of why you're doing it. And my purpose is somebody out there wants my system, wants my product, and I'm there to provide them what they need. So that way they don't have to go out their way and spend thousands of dollars on what I can get for them for quite less. Like a lot less. But the problem is, how can you trust somebody who has a monotone voice and can't really resonate and very confident in what they do? See, this is something you have to do as yourself, have to build up and break the old habits you have done and become like a new person. It's kind of like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. You have to blossom into a butterfly. And it's going to be a very long journey. Very long. I'm talking like you would probably have to, I don't know. I really don't know. But I can tell you this. Me being aware that everything is my responsibility is literally the best step I can take. And the fact that I can throw myself into the water and still come out becoming stronger, more aware, more mentally strong is even better. But right now, I just want to bring this awareness because without a doubt, someone's going to call me out on it. And I honestly like people critiquing me and being truthful with me, straight up with me, because it saves me time and it helps me a lot. And I respect those people at the utmost glory, respect. And then I don't even care if they're coming in like a condescending, negative way, because your biggest fans are actually your biggest haters, without a doubt. But this person who told me wasn't a hater. They were just being a friend because they saw my struggle and they wanted to help me out. And that's not bad at all. That's actually the best thing you can have as a friend in this day and time. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll see you guys later.